Welcome back. I'm Nicolbw, and this is Sky Factory 2. And I tell you what, my world is still loading in. I have done so much stuff. I was tired of the micro blocks and building my base with it. I think it was a good idea because it wouldn't burn down, but I think it's time for a change, and I have been working on changing out my base, and I've done a lot of work, and I feel kind of guilty that I didn't do some of it on camera, but today I'm going to explain what all I have done, and we will get to see that. So let's get started. Okay, so this is the top ceiling of the main part of the base. So you guys ready? Boom. Okay, so this is all that I've done, and well, it's not all. There's also this down below. So this is going to be my power production part, and I have set up the crucibles, and so we have igneous extruders going into barrels that's going into the crucibles that are making lava. The lava is being fed out into the lava tanks, which then get sent to the magmatic dynamos, which then are making the energy that's going into basic capacitor banks, which is then being sent upstairs to the machines that are working. Okay. I know you don't have to have the barrels there, but since we're making the base out of stone, and I'm just using regular cobblestone blocks that I'm chiseling, this is very handy. I can take the dolly, take those away, put a new barrel on there, and now I have a barrel full of cobble that I can take with me to build stuff. So this is what my design is going to be. I left doorways in the center for each one, and then these other spaces are going to be filled up with glass, clear glass, and I've started doing that here so that way I'm less likely to walk off the edge. But in the center, we're going to have walkways to other buildings. So that way is going to be the farms and stuff. That way is going to be the mobs. And I think I might do the animals over here as well. Speaking of animals, we have fluid cows. And I didn't realize this, but we have a sludge cow. But our very first cow that we got, molten cobalt. So I have been milking that guy for all he was worth, and I ended up getting, let's see, where's our thing? I ended up getting over 4 stacks of cobalt ingots, and I ended up making tools that I've been using for cobalt. So there. I made an ender pouch so that way if I do die, I'm not losing all this stuff, but I can carry it around with me. If I die and lose this bag, I can make another one that is pink wool, and then I will have all that stuff back. So the only things I would lose are the tools that I actually have on me, but because we have so much cobalt, it's not that big a deal. So we have fluid cows. I'm going to collect, I think that's one of the challenges, so we have to collect one of every kind of fluid cow. So we're going to put that in the mob room. But the very first change I made was to the mob spawner. Before I built this place, I changed this out. So what I did was made platforms on the inside, and it's dark. If we hit F7, you can see the little red X's poking out there. So it's completely dark in there, and I used the dark glass. They're 3x7, and in the back, on the very end, I have fans, and you have to use a lever to turn the fans on. But on both sides, I have fans, so the mobs will spawn. They get pushed by the fans into the iron spikes. The iron spikes will kill them. I have a vacuum hopper that sucks up their stuff, puts it in the chest. Then I have these item conduits from Ender.io, taking the main stuff that we get, putting it in a barrel. Then it comes and puts everything else into a chest. And I haven't checked the chest in quite a while. So we have a lot of loot bags that I will open off camera. Now we have a waffle bag. We have a couple of them. This is what the waffle bag has in it. So every waffle bag has the same thing. Every Soren bag has the same thing. Every wild bag has the same thing. And every bacon bag has the same thing. I haven't ran into any more personal bags like that. All the rest of them are bags. And I did try to put them in barrels, but they only hold 64. That's it. They don't hold stacks because they don't stack. So it's basically 64 stacks of one. So that's it. And so that wasn't doing the good enough job. So I plan on building one of these identical to this over there for the farms to get the farm started, because we're going to need a lot of farms for the different magical crops. We also need a farm for trees and get that going. I'll probably have its own power production over there somewhere, and then I'm going to build another identical building over here for the mobs and have some sort of place for the cows set up, and then have a nice mob spawner room that will automatically take care of that. Okay, so this thing is going to take a lot to explain. So, first off, I have water under here, and then I have a transfer node, a liquid transfer node. The transfer, for the liquid transfer nodes, I made one of these. I used the ender pearl, so I got 4 of them, because we have a lot of ender pearls now. And that's what I'm using. I have it hooked up to a tank. So this is basically my infinite water source now. And then I moved my barrels over here in case I need to make clay. I also moved my tinker stuff over here and my bookcase. Okay, so let me explain what all of this is. This is my automatic ore production. So I had sifted enough stuff that I had one of everything of all the extra stuff. So I put those up in barrels. Then these two are the only 2 things that I don't have actually automated. So, well, I do have cobble automated, but that's different stuff. Okay, we're getting off topic. So then I made automatic hammers. And they are made, let's see, automatic hammers. And they're not easy to make. It's a lot of invar and a lot of iron to make these. So it's not something that you can just make in the beginning. And I made, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 6 of them. And then I made automatic sieves, and those are also a lot of invar, and there's electrum as well. So, and then there's 3 of those. So those aren't too bad. They're not as bad as the hammers. So this one I have hammering cobble to make gravel, and then this will sift the gravel. This one I have cobble to gravel, which makes the gravel to sand, and then sifting the sand. It's supposed to be sifting sand. There we go. This one is gravel, sand, and then dust, and then sifting the dust. Now, if you notice, they're all on one item conduit. Now, how I can do this is sometimes it shows up and sometimes it doesn't. It's weird. So this one I have extracting and always active. I have it on the gray channel. Now I did this because cobblestone or gravel is kind of gray. So that's the color I picked for gravel. Then we have the extraction. I have this on in and out, so it's pulling in the gray, so that would be the gravel from the hammer. And then extracting on the brown channel, and it's always active for the extraction. Now I set all these barrels to input on the brown channel. So that's what that is. So everything that comes out of the sieves are on the brown channel. Now this one I set to gray because it's gravel. And then I have the sand as yellow, the yellow channel. So I have the in out, I have the in on the gray and the out on the yellow. This one I have in, out, and then in on yellow and out on the brown. So it's the same for these, where it's the gray channel and then the yellow channel, and then for the dust I picked white. So this can, if there's room for more, and we're running out of power, I need more engines, more Magmatic Dynamos downstairs. If any of these that are insert on the gray channel, any of those can take gravel from any place. So it can take gravel from over here and put it over here if it needs it. The same with the sand, but not the dust, obviously, because there's only two parts. Now, it will put all of the brown stuff over here and over here. So we have all of the dust. Notice there's a Certus crystal in there. So it was also putting some of the other stuff in here. So I went ahead and put it on in-out mode, insert on the brown channel, and extract on the brown channel. So that way it will notice that it's in there eventually and take it out. Oh, well, this is charged Certus quartz. I wasn't expecting charged, so I'm going to have to make another barrel for the charged. But once we get 4 of these, then they will go into the auto packager. There's no GUI for that. It'll go into the auto packager, and it will do the 2x2 in the crafting grid, put them into block form, and then it will, we need to update those, put those in there, and then this is extracting on the black channel. I chose black because the smelteries are black. Okay, so then that is being pulled out, and then I have it connected around here and under there. So let's go around, and then each controller has inputting on the black channel, and then we have them sorted out. So let me explain that. Some of the metals will combine to make, let me move my thing, to make alloys. So you don't want certain metals together. So in this first smeltery here, we have iron, gold, and tin. So I have all 3 of the iron, I have the gold sand and the gold dust in there, and then the gold gravel here, and then we have the rest of the tin in there. You have to put a basic item filter in, and make sure you have it in the insert black channel first before you put the filter in, and then you can do it that way. You want a whitelist, not blacklist, and that's how you filter those. Let's see, we want nickel and platinum. So ferrous and shiny. Shiny would be over here, right? Platinum or sand. And I don't think, yeah, because we have all the copper and all the lead. So now we just need platinum dust. So I could hammer this and get the dust. The nickel would be ferrous. I think that's the last one. We were waiting for that. So the silver, and then we have aluminum. So we have iron, gold, and tin in the first one. We have copper, lead, and shiny or platinum in the second one. And then we have ferrous or nickel, silver, and aluminum in the third one. Those go in, the blocks go in, and they smelt up. Then I set up these drains on the back here, or the front, however you want to say it. Then I have melted up and each of the metals, and I whitelisted the specific metals, so that way only those metals go into the casting basins. So once, let's put these away so they can get smelted up. Once they get melted, they go into the specific casting basins. Once it fills up and hardens, it then gets pulled out on the brown channel, which then goes over there to the barrels. So you don't need a whole bunch of conduits for it. Pipes, you can use the Ender.io item conduits. We were getting a lot of pulsating iron from the loot bags from the mobs, so we had plenty of that stuff to be able to make this. I have, for the cobblestone, I have transfer nodes, the item transfer nodes with just one world interaction upgrade. You don't need any more than that because these go slow enough. If you put speed upgrades in here, which we will eventually, then you might need to put more in there, or put speed upgrades, probably not speed upgrades, but more world interaction upgrades in there so that it makes it faster depending on if it can keep up or not. So you just have to watch that. So that's how I did the automation. I hope I explained it well. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I will go into it further, or we can go into a creative world and I can set it up, or I can do a specific extra video for just a how-to and show you guys how to set that up yourself. So it looks like we need another barrel for the charged Certus quartz. Which is not a problem. We're going to need to put another item conduit on there. I don't have the conduits on the back of the cobblestone or the wood because we don't need it. Okay, so the thing that I need to do is to make more Magmatic Dynamos because 2 are not cutting it. I think 8 will be plenty. I think honestly we only need like 6 of them, but I want more than what we need. These 2 just are not cutting it. We're going to need to make more. We are making plenty of lava, so that should not be a problem. We have Invar, so we need to set this to smelt this up so we can get some Invar going, because we need more, because I only have 1 in here. So, Magmatic Dynamo, Magmatic. That is going to be silver and redstone with Invar gears are going to be iron and Invar, and then more Invar gears. So you need 11 Invar, 1 silver, and 3 redstone per Magmatic Dynamo. I don't know if we're going to have enough redstone. We can make 10 with that. We don't want 10. We want, what, 6 more? So 18. Alright, I don't want to use all my redstone, but we need more engines. Okay, so we need silver. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we can go ahead and make those. I know I could shift click, but I don't want to. Okay, and then we need 12 iron. And we need a lot of Invar. Ooh, that was quick. Do we seriously not have... Okay. It's still working its thing. We are not going to be able to make all of them. I'm going to have to make some more Invar. Yeah. We can't make... Oh, no. Let's see. Let's do 1 of those and 2 of those. Let's turn this off. Let's grab those. I am not prepared for this. And yay, we can make one. Let's go ahead and put the one on there. Let's put it on the back here. And I'm going to need to make another fluid duct, I think. You know what? Let's not put it there. Let's put it where the pipes are actually working. There, because then it'll actually start working. Okay, so that is now, we're doing 240 per tick. So that's now giving us another 80. It's still not keeping up. That's why we need to make a lot more. Is it done? Is it in bar? Yeah. So I will be right back when this is done. Okay, so we have some more, and let's get more of those made up. Then we need, what, 3 more? Yeah. So we need 6 gears. We're still not going to have enough. I think I'm going to have to just use these. We're going to need another servo. And I'm going to have to get another pipe. Let's put this here. Let's see, we need a servo to be able to pull out the lava. And I don't think we have, we do. And we have a servo, yay. That works. Okay, so let's get that going. Put that on there. And then turn that on. And then we can put that there. So when we can make the other 2, we can put them on there. So that should be enough to run everything up there. So that this can be a it's not getting enough energy. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to need the next 2 because we're still running low. How about these? Are these getting energy? Yeah, these are getting energy. So once this reaches the top, and that one's almost full. So it's that one. That one's suddenly full. So yeah, maybe that should be enough. Once it's full, then the overflow will go into these and they'll get full as well. But I would still like to get those last 2 in there. I don't know if I should. Yeah, I think I should go ahead and make more and get those going. So that way I can just see. That way I can just have this running while I build the other places, and I'll be getting supplies for that. You definitely want to keep an eye on things and see if anything is getting close to being full. If so, you'll want to put upgrades on the barrels for the things that you definitely want more of. For the things that you don't necessarily want more of, like I don't think you're going to need more than 64 stacks of 64 of the cactus seeds. Yeah, so those you might want to reroute to a trash can, and you'll definitely want to put a whitelist on the trash can and filter that stuff only the things that you want going in there. Otherwise, it's going to clog up your chest if it doesn't have any other place to go. If this chest will get clogged up with all kinds of stuff. So it looks like we're doing pretty good, and it's working like it's supposed to. Everything's getting filtered the way it's supposed to. All of the liquids are being filtered the way it's supposed to, and it looks like everything's going where it's going. And yeah, so I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on building the buildings and getting the last couple of Magmatic Dynamos up. And I guess I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure you give me a thumbs up if you like the video. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.